Yo, so Sig Nash fan here, and today we have the Star Lord character guide for Marvel Tōkon. And y'all know how happy and excited I am for this game. It is going to be my main game when it releases in August, and one of my main characters is going to be Star Lord. So, you know, your boy had to go ahead and go through the guide with y'all on YouTube so we can talk about this amazing character because he's definitely going to be one of the characters on my team. So let's get it popping. All right, so already he looks sick. I did play him a lot in the beta. So I am very familiar with how he works, and of course we get to see all of these amazing colors. I'm probably rocking the white joint. That one looks really cool. Let me know in the comments which color y'all are thinking about rocking when y'all play Star-Lord, because I'm definitely rocking the white joint. All right, so let's talk about the character a little bit. So the thing about Star-Lord, he has the elemental gun. It can go into different elements like fire. He has ice. He has the earth gun. And, you know, he just has the staple beam. So that is going to be his like gimmick. That is going to be his thing where he can switch to different elements and get different properties on some of his moves. And that can alter the trajectory of the match. Now, with that being said, he's going to come with a blaster shot, the quarter circle forward, which is just like a straight shot, just a staple projectile. He's going to have that gravity mine, which is very interesting attack because it can capture you. It controls a really good space on the screen. He's going to come with that quarter circle back, the Ravager Rush, where it's like, I think like a 3-part attack, and that one is good to actually active tag off of. Very, very good move. And then he's going to come with the rocket step, which is that 2-2, where he like hops up and then goes in the air. So he comes with some very, very unique skills as well to just, you know, win the match. His ease of use is 3. I do think he's going to be one of those characters that's going to be more like a character specialist character with the elemental gun, because he does have like, you know, solid easy routes, but I think once you throw in the elemental gun, that is what will separate all of the Star-Lord players for sure, for sure. All right, let's get it. So his normals were always very good. They felt very good, especially when you're up close, because a lot of his normals are for up close. But some of his normals do lunge, like you saw the slide. His H's are really, really good. And then we're going to see this overhead. Now, this overhead is ridiculously good. Now, when he does this overhead, it's really good to do, like if you call an assist and then you do the overhead and you just get a full conversion because, you know, you caught them with the overhead while your assist is on the screen, and then you get a full conversion. It's going to be kind of tough to block him too, because you know the overhead is always a threat, and he still has that sliding low that he can hit you with. So blocking Star-Lord is not going to be very easy because he does have the overhead, but then he could just tick throw you if you're sitting there waiting on the overhead or the low. So he has a lot of options to open you up, and that's very unique to him because not every character has like a command overhead. That's really good. That's going to come in handy when you're trying to open up the opponent for sure. Then this is just going through the autos. This game does have autos like light, medium, and fierce. And as you see, now one thing about him, he can air dash in multiple directions. So his mobility is going to be very, very good and very, very powerful. So I think that that's really good about Star-Lord. And any character in a, like, you know, a tag game is that mobility. You want to have at least one of the characters on your team having good mobility, and Star-Lord is definitely going to be the character for you. He's going to be able to air dash in multiple ways and come down with a button. So he's going to be able to control the neutral pacing of the match. And now we got the free flight. Now, free flight, they did change the input because in the beta, I want to say it was like down or something. It was like down when you jump or something. It was something crazy. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was always jump, but now you have to hold it. I think that's what it was. You actually, like before it like would come out sometimes on accident when you tried the IED, but now it's like you hold it, so you probably won't get it on accident. I think that that's what it was. Correct me in the comments, by the way, if y'all remember Star-Lord, because I know I used to get that on accident. All right, so Elemental Blast, the U, right? This is his unique attack. This Elemental Blast is the little beam. It's just good. This is his default beam. If he doesn't have an element loaded, that is the default beam. And that beam is actually really, really good. It's like very, very powerful. It controls the whole screen. All right, so with different inputs with the U, you get different elemental guns. Now, this is Flame Gun. I love the Flame Gun because it reminded me of like Dormammu's Stalking Flare a little bit. But I like the Flame Gun because it really does control not only the neutral, but the pacing of the match. Because when it's out, you know the opponent wants to avoid it because it locks you in block stun for a good minute. So you're not going to want to take it on block, meaning you're probably going to jump. And then at that point, you can call an assist or chase down to jump. So I think that one is definitely one of my favorites. Same thing, you can shoot it in the air. And the Ice Gun, now during the beta, I was using a lot of Ice Gun. They did nerf Ice Gun since then, but Ice Gun is still good. It still gives you a conversion. But Ice Gun was definitely my go-to because I was doing a lot of Ice Gun because I knew it would freeze and then you could go for a reset. Now, they did nerf the fact that you could go for a reset, but like I said, you could still freeze your opponent and go for a route. So it's still really, really good. And it's going to probably still be one of the staples that people use. Now, Earth Gun was the gun that I didn't use too much. I'm not going to lie. Earth Gun, I really didn't find too many usages during the beta. But, like, I could see myself with training mode learning how to use the Earth Gun and, getting value out of it because it does block projectiles and then you just shoot your shot, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I think that it's really good, but it's going to be matchup dependent, I think. I don't think you're going to use Earth Gun every single matchup. It just depends. But if they have projectile, I could definitely see Earth Gun being, really good because the angle on it is really good too. Like that, like he just eliminated Cap completely with that Earth Gun. So like I said, and it does cause a stage transition. Like I say, you're going to use that with depending on the matchup. But now his straight shot, like I said, it's just a multi-shot. It controls the ground. And having a projectile across the ground, it just controls it, makes your opponent want to jump, makes them want to get antsy, and then you can go air to air with conversions. Good thing he can also do this in the air. And the EX version is very good because it goes directly into super. But the cool thing is he can actually do that beam and then cancel into his U. So you can immediately go into your elemental gun. So that's really good. So his projectile on the ground is probably one of the best I've seen. It's like really powerful. And as you see, we got aerial shots, EX shot, and then going into that elemental gun. So that's going to be good, especially depending on what element you have. Now, this is one of my favorite moves with him, is him tossing this grenade because the grenade, not only as you see it going up, the fact that it's like one of those capture grenades and you're just going to get a free confirm just means that your opponent's going to have to be very, very careful not to run into that grenade and just give you a full combo route. It controls a really good angle and he can just shoot it straight forward. Just like that EX is way longer capture. And right there, it just pulled her in. So it's like his control is going to be insane. And as you just seen, he just shot the elemental gun and then shot the nade, and she just got comboed. Like, what? Yep. Shoot it in the air. Same thing. Controlling a different angle. So that's going to be very, very powerful. Still bringing you in on the EX. And then I think this is cool. I did not know about this in the beta. Like, I did not know that the grenade can actually bounce off the elemental gun attack. So you see it just bounce off the flame. That was actually sick. I did not know that that works. And just like that, you're going to be able to get some really sick confirms with that. And just like I said, Ravager Rush. So this was one of the main moves that people would do to either send you through the wall for a wall transition, or they would do it on your block and then active tag. So it's going to be a really good active tag move because it hits multiple times. And the EX version launches, so you're probably going to get some crazy conversions off of that. And then, yep, in the air, you get the Dante attack. Now, a lot of people were ending their combos with this move in the beta, so this is going to be a staple in his combo routing. Just like that. Yep, that is a staple in his combo routing. He goes all the way to the ground with those shots, so it's going to be really good. And like I said before, that activates a stage transition. And then, yep, light will give you all of your teammates to just come out and start beating the opponent up. And then you have Rocket Step, which is that 2-2 input. And like I said, it'll go front to back, depending on which version you do. Then the EX one just immediately launches them with a knee. And these are his assists. Now, assists are going to be very important. Like, a assist is just going to be him shooting his fireballs across the ground, which is his 236 series. So that's going to be his point assist. Middle assist is going to always be an uppercut. So he does this uppercut attack, and his uppercut looks pretty good. Like, not everybody's looks the exact same, of course, but Star-Lord's actually looks pretty good. I never put him in the 2 slot, but I could see myself using him in the 2 slot for real. And then you have the anchor slot, which is the most unique slot. So with this, he shoots this beam, but it's his elemental gun. So depending on which element he has, means which assist he will have. And I think that that's really cool. So right there, if you get that flame, bro, you tag him out with the flame gun, then you get the flame assist. That's really powerful. And then, of course, you get the ice, so you're going to be able to do some really sick combos. And then you have that earth gun, so you're going to be able to shield yourself away from projectiles, shoot that, and keep moving forward and go for a conversion. And then he has the air shots right there. And then that's just his during hit assist. And then Elemental Outlaw. So the cool thing about this super is it does change depending on which element he is in, which is really cool. That's the same thing in the air as well. So this is going to display all of the different elements. So as you see, you got the flame, and then you have the ice, you have the earth, and then you just have the default. So this is really cool. I think that the fact that he has the elements is going to make him more of a technical character, because like I said before, depending on the matchup and the situation, you're going to want to be in different elements. So I think that that's really cool. Elemental Outlaw with the M. I do like that this game does have like simple inputs, and like you could just press light, medium, stuff like that. I think that that's really good. And this is his ultimate super, which looks amazing. Okay, H. And I think with these moves, especially like when it comes down to like the autos, I don't think the autos are going to be the best if you're trying to take the game serious. You're going to want more like optimal combos, just like these combos that they're about to kind of display, like some of his combo potential, just like that. And some of these routes, even when I saw them, I was like, whoa, I didn't think of that. So I'm glad that they display some of the more optimal combos at the end. Because I wasn't really doing too many grenade combos. I was trying to, but I couldn't figure it out because we didn't have training mode. And it looks like him and Spidey are really good teammates, actually. They can combo very well together, and they have very good synergy. That's what it looks like. Boom. Alright, and the Tōkon symbol. Let me see it. I love that they increased the combo meter too, so you can do more crazy combos. Cause this super right here is so lit. Bro, you pull these off in tournament, brother? It's insane. Yeah, man. I cannot wait. Bruh, like, what? The presentation of this game, bro, is insane. Like, it's insane. Yeah, so Star-Lord is definitely going to be one of my characters. I don't have my full roster of characters yet that I want to play, but I have a good idea. Star-Lord, Magneto, Magic are kind of what I'm looking at. So I'm definitely going to make another breakdown for Magneto and Magic for sure when we get them. And hey, let me know in the comments what team you're thinking about playing in Marvel Tōkon. Until next time, peeps. Peace.